Alright, it is time again for the best part of my day, which is the auction not included stream. Just gonna resume the game here, but I kind of want to see what is going on. How about we click here on copy link, and that is the Firefox browser, and then we're gonna open the Chrome browser, and then we're gonna paste in the link. Is it necessary because the page is already open? Thing is, I cannot watch my stream in the Firefox. Weird. But that's fine. Oh, here's the game. Good. Let's unpause. Beautiful. Beautiful. Things are happening. Plants are being cooled down. Body temperature is a problem for these guys over here. I wonder if that is the case, because they don't get the water. Oh, autosave. They don't get the water from there, maybe. Who knows? Right. So where is my chat even? Don't see it. What if I click watch now? Then I see it. Good. Move the thing over here. Also, wait a minute. Gotta try and see if the chat box is working. Chat box. There we go. It should be appearing on screen. Yeah, there it is. Move over. And here I'm gonna notice if somebody chimes in. And if somebody new chimes in, they're gonna get a duplicate. The Constructor Doctor 1. Who almost got a name, but I suspected a sprite scammer again, and talked to them, called them out, and they went silent. They gave me the silent treatment, so I took away their name again. Oh, since I'm back in Europe, maybe Havoc comes back and chimes in, and then I'm gonna get this fantastic Constructor Doctor here. Is a constructor, is a designator. I have quite a few designators, but it is a limited number, and then I have even fewer ranks, if you want, or titles, or professions, whatever you want to call them. I call them titles usually. So this one is a doctor, and then we got artists, and we got chefs. This rancher here is a chef. Red Nerdy. By the way, I'm curious whatever happened to Red Nerdy's win there on the wheel spin. If you want to participate in my wheel spin, just click the link in my about page and register there. It is completely free, and until you participated 3 or 4 times, I'm not sure. But there you have the chance to win a lot of stuff. Red Nerdy won a random Steam game. Unfortunately, she already owned that game, so it was a little bit of a hassle. But that's only happening if you already own the game. So she contacted them, and I wonder whatever happened there. So we never knew. Maybe she gave up or something. But yeah. So here we got a little bit of a system going to check out the different pipes. That is pretty cool. I'm suspecting ceramic is the best pipe. Punk W444 says, "Oh my god, is my dupe still alive?" Yes, of course, alive and thriving on the other colony. Let us switch over, and here we are in the other colony, and there is the Punk W444. Yes, you're still alive, but and you're gonna make it as well, because severe wounds, popped eardrums. That poor guy. He always gets the deep end of the pool there. But yeah. What can we do here? Oh, wait a minute. Is this how I am going to do my Pokeshell farms in the future? I don't know. I think they fixed the confined thingy. I think they patched this. Because this used to work and the thing was not confined next to the door. I saw this happen with the fishies, but with the pokies, no. For some reason that guy is confined. Who's getting scalded? Operative Oki. And whoops. And that's why we do security doors. They grabbed something from here. I wonder what. It must be sedimentary rock. No. It must be something they grabbed from here. Granite. I don't know, but it did wreck this vacuum lock. Good, no problem. We're gonna suspend whatever we're doing in here. We're gonna repair the liquid lock. Good. Deconstruct this. Mop up everything. And restore the vacuum. And then put in these liquids again. This is petroleum. Good. Should we leave the water? No. But the crude oil, we can pour out. Now it's time for helper tiles. Well, we need to mop this first, right? Should we do a double derp? Since we're coming in from the left, I think a double wide liquid lock might be the reasonable thing to do. It's good we have a security here. There is supposed to be a vacuum over there, so a single liquid lock will just do. But I like to have a double liquid lock for security purposes. And if you're really careful, then you're gonna do a vacuum escalator. I don't know if I have one here, but I do have one on the other side, and that is into the build of there. And this needs to be done. Vacuum, vacuum, vacuum. Here's 3 security vacuums in between, and that's the vacuum escalator. Yeah, I want to do this all, but this here needs to be done first. Duplicates allowed. Let's disallow them and prioritize this all. Now, I know Punk W44 is wounded, but tell you what, don't care. We need this. We need this to be done to delete the heat here. 310, because it's only going to get harder. It's only going to get harder. Come on, guys, build this. And then after, I don't know what happened to my steel. I set 1200. And here it tells me 1190. So 10 kilos must have been taxed or something. Somebody must have taken the 10 kilos saying, I'm a conveyor loader and I'm gonna keep these 10. Or, I don't know. Something must have happened, but the 10 key mysteriously vanished. Now what is the problem here? Body temperature, of course. It's just an indication that we're getting a little bit too hot. But the cooling system will be here. Down there in the steam when it has cooled down. So what we're gonna do, maybe we should work on this here. Appetites, bam bam. Priority 9, I want this done. So when we build something, it's gonna have a priority of 7. And when we deconstruct something, probably gonna have a priority of, doesn't matter, because we're gonna deconstruct buildings. Good, so this is all good. Is there crude oil spilled out? No, they don't want to do it. Errands? Tidying or supplying. Somebody should be doing it. But here we want the same. Let's get the hauling point. Here. Put it there. Also, we should work on a new Scheinbach reactor, but we cannot. Because the other side has problems. And the other side has the remaining Scheinbachs. So we gotta wait for them to deal with their problems. And the problems is, of course, too hot steam. That's the problem. I cannot put in an aquatuner in there if the steam is that hot. Good. Liquid. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Liquid. Crude oil. Enable our drop. Enable our spoon. Enable our bottle. Do it. Somebody is going to do it. Pioneer Late Night Attackers is a dedicated storer. I only have one of these dedicated storers. And he is currently either sleepy time or eating something or under the shower. I never built showers. That is crazy pants. That is crazy pants. But I do have here a nature reserve. If you look at the thing. And before it's sleepy time, they're gonna walk through here and get the nature reserve bonus there. On their morale, so they're gonna have high morale when they're sleeping the day off. Or sleeping off whatever their problem was. Probably the day. The regular day of a duplicant is rough, for being honest. Now, here, another thing. And then we're gonna do that there. Copy the settings. And disable the auto drop and do petroleum instead. Not sure petroleum is reachable right now. But there should be some petroleum here on the bottom. Yes. So it is reachable. So once we have done that, we will get the vacuum back into place. And then after, we're going to do the petroleum here. Copy settings. Make sure this has a higher priority than that one. And that way, here is definitely then going to be a liquid lock when these are deconstructed. And then the duplicates can come in, get the other petroleum. It's quite hot. It's quite hot petroleum. So if we come through here, we might break that liquid, that brine might flash. 37.5 G. Is this exchanging heat ever? I'm not sure. But alright, and there then we're going to have a little bit of a project. This auto sweeper is being cooled down. And there's going to be an auto loader next to it. Here maybe, or other way around. What was this? Steam turbine, yes, build it up. Oh, we're a bit wounded. Is immediately running. The steam turbine is immediately running, producing tons of power. This is not connected up, embarrassing. We do have copper we could replace, but let's not right now. Let's hurry up here. So our power problems are solved. Except this is not a limiter here. The large power transformer is not a limiter. We should cancel the build of the steam turbine for a second, because we don't want to go over 2 kilowatts. So this large power transformer was a mistake. We should have done 2 small power transformers. But that's fine. We have the room. We can deconstruct this marble tile. Let's marble everything here on top. Good, and then we can deconstruct that, have enough room for 2 of those. But yeah, the point is, this is done. What about the pipes? Good question. Can I run this? We do have a security system here. So the salt water will cool down the steam turbines. Also, salt water is getting way too hot. We need a cooling system. We need a cooling system. Something is still dropping down here, and this time it is water from up there. Good. It should go into here, not there. This is 12 degrees. We could somehow intermittently close this off. What about a mechanical airlock? Then could spill over and help cooling. But no, this is all irrelevant. Probably. What we do need is the aquatuna. So what happened there? Did this not run? Is the steel somewhere? Let's not look for the missing steel. Let's put in new steel. Hauling point. Over here. How much steel? Let's do 500 key. I don't know if we even have that much. and it's gonna be manufactured material, not glass. Steel. Enable job, and let's go. No pending deliveries. Steel 0. Oh, haha, we did not have that much. Good, we don't have power here. It's gonna be 95 degrees there soon if I keep that up. This power production. Good, yeah, the battery is full power. And we did not replace all the things. Do you seem to have enough lead? Oh, this is high priority. I did not mean to do that. But gradually replacing the wires is a good idea. Deconstruct. That is not what I should be doing now. But let's give them something to do. Give them way too much to do. Do we need this all? Probably not. Let's try something like that. And deconstruct the rest. Coal generator. And wheel. Yes. Take out this little bit. And then we should be able to have emergency power, but it does not matter. The heat production here is brutal now. Duplicates will never be able to come here. Heat here is getting deleted. This is just too much. There's barely any heat getting deleted. We have to switch these off. How do we switch these off? By cutting them. Good. Now they are switched off. But it's too late, is it? No, it's not yet too late. Good. Since they're switched off, we can deconstruct this and put in 2 small ones. Can duplicates come here? Yes. Good. Steel production is now the predominant mission. Good, what can we do? Here's our refinery. But we need to put the petroleum there. Good. Petroleum is in there. Remove. Deconstruct. Right now. Deconstruct that one after. Petroleum is there. Milligrams. Maybe it works. No, it did not work. It did not work. It needs its full... This is a prestige thingy. Is it though? They breathe here? Liquid petroleum. Enable up. Enable spill. Enable ball party 9. Good. People are allowed back in here. Tidy up the gunk. And then they're gonna grab this petroleum from here. I'm also gonna do this there. And that is our power. Is almost ready to go. Good, we have a little bit of an unreachability here. We should have done this thing here in the middle. But whatever. Put them close together. Nah, it looks good. It looks good. It's not a worry. Aluminum ore? No, we barely have any materials. Plastic, we do have quite a lot. But let's just do a regular helper. A ladder from granite. Is this even reachable? I think this could be enough. Let's do this right now. Then we can continue on with this pipe. And of course, a bridge. A bridge is reversible, thanks to Knost. Let's rotate this. Fantastic modder there. Modding the bridge so that you can just reverse it at a click. Do we have a bridge to show this off? So it will pump it out as something here, and then decide, oh no, we want to connect this and pump it back in, and we're just going to reverse. Whoop. Genius. Genius. No more deconstruct, reconstruct. And there are some people who have troubles with the direction of the bridge. Cannot happen to me. I never have that troubles. If I do a wrong direction, then because it's a logical error, not because I'm confusing the bridge. But there are a lot of people who build on a bridge and then say, oh, I meant to do it the other way around. And then they just can click the button. Is a genius mod. Should be part of the base game, of course. But whatever. Does not matter much. Except it matters to me. That's matters to me much. So this was my ethanol storage. Do we still have some storage here? Needed, I mean. No, we can deconstruct it. Good. Or we can use this for oil. If we pump in the oil directly, yeah, sure. Well, we don't need it right now. Let's just deconstruct it. If we need it, we can reconstruct it. It can be a good practice for the duplicates. But, this all is broken. Oh, man. We need a pip in there to plant these two utilities. Oh yeah, and we need that actually, because it's gonna be carbon dioxide dropping down. We could also deconstruct these two tiles, so we can mop up the rest of the ethanol. And furniture. Current project. Crown molding over there. And the pip can plant this. Or we can move this over. Deconstruct. That is the better idea. Deconstruct. How many oxyferns do we have? Now I'm stuck in a prestige thingy again. Oxyfern seeds? Yeah, we have enough. That means we're gonna bring another one there. Right. And since this is all... Yeah, we're gonna move this over. Since this is all for gas flow, we're gonna keep all gas flow tiles in place. Good. Deconstruct this thing as well. This wooden door is no longer needed. That marble tile has to go. How do we bring a pip here real quick? I think we're just gonna grab one. Yep. Not gonna bring an egg and wait for it to hatch. Now the pips here did their job. Fantastic. Sweep this up. It's good. It's crazy how this is a stable environment. Good. Sending a red signal. Hold on, guys. What the heck, man? Deleting oxygen here. It's not. This is exactly how it's supposed to look. It's looking beautiful. This carbon dioxide here is quite warm, and that oxygen there is somewhat cold. I wonder, can we continue this on? Because I like it. It's just an insulator from igneous rock, but I think for this farm should be sufficient. Zero food. Current errand. What are we cooking? Barbecue. Nice. Don't have an overflow of critters? Oh, because somehow not. This is still on hatches, is the problem. Good. And this here is 20 of 20. Whoops, where are the critters all? Huh? Where's my critter? Is this here? Looks like much. Good, kill these guys. And then we have food again. Constructor for Ika needs to go and heal. As well as Operative Oki. And here is food again. We're cooking up the barbecue. Very nice. Here we got 5 of 5 of these guys. Grub ropes are great. Great for everything. Prioritize the construction of this is very much important. Oh man. Stop the pump here. And cancel the buildage. Good. We managed to read it. It doesn't matter. This is igneous rock. It doesn't matter because it sits in a vacuum, but normally, yeah. And it does not matter because this should be cool, but it is not right now, since the counterflow has just begun working. That means we have 300 degrees here. We should be coming in cooler. But alright, more starvation? No. Grub preserve we have. And we're cooking up a lot of barbecue now. It's all good. Let's produce some steel. Iron to steel as much as we can. Good. And now we just have to wait and see. Petroleum, 150 degrees Celsius. It's gonna be hot polluted water. But we do have a little bit of a buffer down here. Good. Producing power again from the petroleum generator. I wonder if I can disable this here somehow. Because we're burning this off. I want to burn off the other one first. Maybe we're taking into account both batteries? Not sure. Not sure. This liquid pump is disabled by the automation grid, sure, but is also directly connected up to the system. That should not be. That should not be. It should have power from power distribution instead. If we come through here, go up there. Wonder if this is even reachable. Possibly not. The pump will have its need later. This one's gonna have its need. Let's deconstruct that. And then we're gonna go over here and break in through there again. Deconstruct. And that way everything is reachable. Good. So I'm pretty sure this is not reachable here. Unreachable build, it says. Good. So we have near unlimited power. Generator idle. Unpermitted food, of course. Meat, spindle, grapefruit, and barbecue. Starvation again. I have to force them for a second. Good. Meanwhile, should we run this? We are at 517 degrees Celsius. If we run this, it's gonna cool down. Don't like that much. What about the power here? Let's connect that up. And starvation. So what I want to do here is a glass counterflow. The hot glass is going to run here through there and then cool down. Oh, it could be. It could be then in the end drop down here. Shipping. Conveyor rail. A deck Mac B. Oh dear, deck Mac B. That is spam. And that is illegal. Where is my tools? Show mod icons, please. Good. Does not show the... Oh, wait, here it is. Delete. Wait. Oops. Delete message, timeout, or ban. It's a strict ban is what it is. Good. Now, I wonder, is this now always in my stream box? Well, I deleted it, so it's gone. Genius. I like the Streamlabs there. Their stream box. Alright. Continue on. But what I could do is increase the brightness of my screen near the computer. Okay. Now, where was I? Iron ore wastage. Well, it's not a real wastage. There's a good use of the iron ore there, isn't it? Like so. Good. I don't want to go through here. This all needs to be redone. Current project 7. But yeah. Glass comes in through here. Should drop down there. Hot glass, on the other hand, should go over here and out. Like so. Deconstruct and a higher priority. All that. And then conveyor rail. Hot glass. We used up all the iron ore. Oh man. Let me try and sit here. I'm still on my mobile streaming platform, by the way. But this time I'm home. Should be a bit better. Should be way better. Can shift everything around here at my convenience. But yeah, somebody coming in. What the heck is this? Somehow this broke. No problem. Let's fix this again real quick. Somehow this broke. Right, 2 yellow alerts. Oh, the cooking. Should be done with the cooking. We have food now. Barbecue. Barbecue is good food. Scalding, of course. Unreachable toilet? No. One of those false alerts. Perfect. Deconstruct everything first. Good, and rebuild up the things. Conveyor rail. Iron ore, so we're gonna come up here. Go in there. No, that does not make sense. Let's do it like that. Make sure everything is iron ore. This is uranium ore now. It's not. Conveyor rail. Oki needs to go into the hospital and deconstruct. Whoops. Oki is getting wrecked. Come on. Oh no. I thought they're gonna breathe in carbon dioxide into here. We have to wait on building this stuff. Oh man. Oof. But yeah, let's figure this out here first. Shipping. Conveyor loader. Rotate. Put it in. Conveyor rail. Iron ore. Go in. Go up and bridge over. Here. Rotate. Bridge we're gonna do from aluminum ore. Right. And then all this will go through here. Yeah, but we're out of material again. Good, let's dig out some more iron ore. Or stop the steel production. Iron, no iron we have, good. Dig out more iron ore. Here. Man, oh man. Let's get it. Gonna release this hydrogen. That's fine. Not scared of rogue gases. Here Pip needs a plant. And credit drop off. Credit drop off here. From uranium or whatever. Then we're gonna grab a sweep only and seed. This is gonna be the oxyferin seed. Good. Then we have 3 oxyferin seeds here. Enable auto drop, priority 9. Oxyferin seeds, click. Here's one. Alright, sweep it up. Good. Shearing stuff. We're idle over here because we're still waiting on the steel. There's more lead there. It's getting hotter and hotter. Waiting on the steel. Let's dig out things. Good, because we can ship the iron ore over. That is very much needed. All the iron ore from here can go over there. Rogue ethanol, just delete. This ethanol tank we're gonna leave. For something. I don't know for what. We can make it pretty since we got nothing to do here. Just waiting on things. On things to happen. Everywhere else. Dig. How do we get down there? Let's leave in these. Dun, dun, dun. Good. Dun, dun, dun. Looking great. We'll never be able to build these though. Unless we come from this side, and we might. Good, it does not matter. Important thing is the duplicates are not idle. Doing something useful like digging out the iron ore. And the important thing is nobody gets hurt. And we're ready to go as soon as we receive the steel. So let them do this mad pipe element sensor build. Why are you going in here? Store abyssalite? Don't want this. Don't want this. Abyssalite. We could do a sweep only here now. Good. This is all obsidian. Let's do it sweep only as well. Good, get out of there, it's way too hot. Good. Did get scalded there in the end. But it's alright. Now, iron ore I definitely want over there. Allow manual use, yes. Data banks, yes. Diamond, yes. No. Refined metal, no. Raw metal, no. It's gonna be the metal ore, it's gonna be iron ore. Good. Speaking of the diamond, we shipped over all the diamond. Oh dear. Let's keep some for ourselves here. This all. And we need to be able to go in here as well. Kinda wanna break in there. Pour this. Pour this water down on top. Possibly. What if we were to deconstruct this biome? Sixes will drown in salt water. That does not sound like a good deal. But this salt water protects us from scalding. So we are going to go places that we could not have gone before otherwise. This is the roof. Could replace things from here if we wanted to. This is all intermittent though. I am going to pump this out. Just not now. Good, no problem. Also it says high stress. Agent Suzi is stressed. But that's her prerogative. We could rip out the kitchen. What is the food that we have here? Gristleberry from the other colony. And spindly grapefruit now. What are we doing? Roast grapefruit nut forever? Good. And we could stop the gristleberry madness over here. But let's not. Could it drop off? 9. Or 8 rather. Pip. And I'm gonna grab one. You. Wrangle them up. Don't worry about the sound. The sound is the music there that we're listening to. The Minecraft original soundtrack. Oh, this is still not done. Come on, guys. Harvesting, harvesting. Can we cook up the things? Oh, is this broken really? I meant to check this out. Good, timer sensor. Reset. And let's see if the 3 split is working or if I have to redo it. Right now it looks like the 3 split is broken because I loaded up the game. Let's find out. Left, right, up. It's not broken. Maybe it's just not enough. Let's do 80 seconds. 80 seconds break in between. Still not growing, still body temperature. Irrigation is also missing. But irrigation is coming, right? Yes. Irrigation is coming. Sif is not working because it's drowning. We have to run more. Let's run all the time until the problem is solved. Okay, so we have to get rid of the water. Everything is getting pushed through. But the brine is gonna get sucked up. Oh, if this is too much sweet water, then we have a problem, of course. But let's use up the brine first and see if then we can run into the polluted water only problem. Because that seems what is going to happen. But let's run this. Let's clean up the brine first and then we see. Irrigation, yes. Body temperature still. Can I find out about this? Are we too cool is the problem. Are we too cool is the problem. Oh, stop this madness. What about here? Yeah, too cool is the problem. Oh man. Yeah, we have to find here the right balance. Good. Gristleberry. Let's stop the gristleberries. Instead, we're gonna do berry sludge now. And we're not gonna send it over. Edible. Berry sludge. Just gonna collect it here. Is good enough. Barbecue, roast grapefruit nut. Bristleberry, meat, spindly grapefruit. Have enough food? Pips are lazy. Yeah, the thing that is missing here is a system to confine pips to a certain level. That is really missing. So, hey, this guy. But, right, did we get a pip over here now? Errands? So no errands. Thought we were wrangling one up. There's meat here. Let's wrangle up this guy. As soon as possible. Good. As a current project, we can build a ladder there. And what is our project doing here? Not much. Because we're not allowed. Which is good. Let's build up this tile next. And mop up the petroleum. We will make this a double wide liquid lock. Hauling point. Can I have a default hauling point somewhere in the middle of the map? Where I can then just copy the settings. Also, why is this not happening? Deconstruct. Do we not have power? Sending a red signal. Let's get more extra power going. Coolant is awaiting delivery. Why is this disabled? Because we disabled it. Yeah, that is not what we want to deconstruct. Should I have a temperature sensor responsible for this? But let's deconstruct this real quick so that the coolant is running permanently. Or not. Good. And we need coolant. Do we have steel again? Nope, you still don't have steel. Where's my petroleum? Here is coming in. Bzzzt, and we're waiting for materials. Let's do this a current project, so it's getting done. Maybe. Iron to steel is what we're doing. Good, we're not worried about the heat. We have a good system here. And it's not a steam sauna. Don't know what this glossy geckos are doing. Get out of there, dude. I think the glossy geckos here are worried about their food. We built this all. So the idea was to get a rail going and deliver the dirt from the dirt farm here with the pips up to there. So we're saving on duplicate labor. What's the idea? Tidy up. Good. Obsidian is getting pumped out here. Oh, we're cleaning out the area is why. Good, that is fair. This all... Meant to work on default settings. Let's put them here. It's gonna be 0.1 on liquid petroleum and crude oil. Start with the crude oil like always. Disable auto spill. Enable auto spill, enable auto spill, priority 9. Copy settings. Good. Gonna be petroleum. And that is then the default settings. All we have to do now is copy, put it in, and copy, put it in. Oops, that didn't work. Now, this is taking crude oil. This is taking petroleum. Enable drop. And someone should be doing it. Dedicated storer is on priority or task number 3. What are we doing in the meantime? Nothing. We're doing the crude oil. Good. Don't have power for this pump. Ah, because this is a switch there. So anytime we want, we can use this oil. If we don't want to wait for the oil from the other colony. Good. Yep, this is now brine and pollution. It's alright. And we're using it constantly. Good. Hydrogen 11 key 11.9. I hope this is rising in pressure. Right. We never could clean this up. Because we want this to run here until the hydrogen is sufficient pressure. It is currently. We could stop now actually and work on this. But there is a lot of things to do right now. But I guess we could. We could disable the system for the moment. But I want it to be disabled here as well. Kind of is. Alright, wait. Send a green signal if we're below that. Good, so this will never send a green signal. No, wait a minute. I'm confused now. So these will run and we don't have a not override. I can say here if we're below, we're gonna pump. So if we pump out too much, we can stop the madness. Otherwise, we cannot. Is there a one intake for everything? There is. So a complete override would be here then. Oh no, it's coming in from there, isn't it? Complete override. I need the switch to be here, but I also need the door. Otherwise this room is too big for a power plant. But a power plant here is not realistic. We don't have a volcano. Spits out refined metal. That is not great, Pine. Good. Flooding. What is safety horizon? Anyways, let's do an override here. Override switch to turn the system on or off. conductive wire, deconstruct. Good, and then we can do a little bit of cleanup work. We're relying on the petroleum power now. As soon as this gets wrecked, and of course the rest of the hydrogen that is in the pipe. But yeah, this is going to work out just fine. Did the pip plant? No, they did not. Picking up clay. This is priority 9, the ceramic production. Let's keep this on the low and find out what is the temperature. Temperature is still alright. Clay production is at the right spot. We never do this here for some reason. Priority all. It's priority 9, they just don't want to do it. That pip, wrangle them up. Still don't have a pip there. More plastic ladders. As a current project. Good. Can we do it all the way down? We can. Nice. Soggy feet, sopping wet. The rancher is ranching. Good. This minor volcano will get freed. It is idle. I wonder if it will wreck the region. But look at all this water. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be fine. If we're really gonna get surprised by the heat there, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna extend this insulated tiles here down and save the farm. Is what we're gonna do. Good. Are they bringing the pips here? Is the problem. It is the problem. Let's grab this pip. Good. Now this pip credit drop-off is a priority of 7, while that credit drop-off is a priority of 8. Good. There is oxyfern seeds. And then when this petroleum generator is idle, but when this works and the carbon dioxide drops down, it's going to drop down into here. It currently is not. Currently it is not. Need a mesh tile over here, of course. And maybe have a security system here for no drop off. Want to be able to reach everything. Deconstruct here. Deconstruct there. And close this area off real quick. And that will then get rid of the carbon dioxide. Good. To wrangle up a critter? Not sure. Duplicants have a lot to do. Waiting for materials here still. Did we get some steel going? No. Did not. We did absolutely not. This bathroom. What if we had a double door and what if it was pretty? Polluted dirt, a lot of polluted dirt, not emitting overpressure. All the polluted dirt needs to go here into the pokey farm, which we haven't built up, but there is too many projects currently. Definitely. Right, these plants are growing. The musher is doing its thing. Got enough food, definitely. Shearing things for carpet, which is also nice to see. Is oil dripping down here all the time? This is supposed to be a security system. And it's not working. Needs to be over there. It needs to be over there. We're losing oil. Mop it up. Good. We're gonna move the security system over. Meanwhile, I don't even know why I built that up here. Could do a 3-tile up high here instead. Good, and we can leave it in. Deconstruct every other. Right. Deconstruct that thing and that. Automation has to go. Oil security system. We need an oil security system, but it needs to be above here is where it needs to be. And that can't be, so it needs to, I don't know. Probably have to do it here. Take that out. Yep. What materials do we have? Iron ore, I don't want to waste. Uranium ore, I don't want to waste either. Do we have a pip now here in this uranium ore critter drop off? Still not. Pipsqueak, wrangle right now. Current errand? Deconstruct here. Duplicants are happy to work in this area, but digging out the volcano, they don't like much. Pipsqueak is getting wrangled, and now we're gonna find out if we have the errand over here. Also, we can order this door real quick. Nope, we don't have the errand there. Weird. Let's see if we have a pipsqueak delivery here somewhere. No, what about there? No, where is this gonna get brought? Somebody did bring it. Did they bring it here? I don't understand. So my guess is, my best guess is, they are not respecting the priorities. Because this is a pipsqueak here, let's bring them up. And let's say we need to do this. Good. The room is empty. Did we drop it here? Did we drop it there? Wrangle this guy up. Wrangle that guy up. Good. They're taking the food from the... Oh, here must be one then. No, it's not. Huh? Alright, doesn't matter. If only I could catch them bringing one. Then I would know. They did bring one, didn't they? Yeah, they're bringing them there. Oh, it's unreachable is what it is. Oh man. Let's make it reachable real quick, but how? Deconstruct, deconstruct. Help a ladder real quick. Good, help a ladder real quick. So that's why it was unreachable, of course. Good. But no harm. No harm was done. Pips can be here, that's no problem. Good. And they're immediately doing it. Fantastic. So deconstruct that thing. And deconstruct this ladder. Good. Now this pip is going to plant something over here. And there's going to be an oxyfern. Good. If they don't get caught here. We need an override. Doors are always open. Or the sensor needs to be over here. Deconstruct. Gas element sensor, deconstruct. Cannot as an automation wire. But it's not needed. Let's deconstruct the whole thing. Good. Sensor and override. Where is the button? Switch is over here. Signal switch. Let's put it in. Good. And then a gas element sensor over there is what we need. The automation wire can be connected up. No problem. Gas element sensor, do it now. Switch. Do it right now. Good. Meanwhile, we need a comfortable walkway on top. We are going to use plastic ladders. Good. Pip should be planting. There's no plant around here. It's fine, it's 4 tiles below these plants. And for some reason we're not cool enough here. There's coolant coming. This is bridging on, which means old coolant is getting ejected. Old coolant is 24 degrees. Plants... Fertilization is the problem. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, priority 1. Copy settings. Run elderly, they don't have enough food, but it is fine. It's fine. We cannot work on this project. Still lacking the iron ore. Here's more iron ore we can grab. Let's go in there. Get it. But this looks like is enough iron ore for this planetoid. This is all it gives me to work with. But it's fine. What is working? The volcano is free. Errands? Not allowed by schedule, otherwise we're gonna research. We're gonna analyze this thing and then we're gonna know how much igneous rock we're gonna get out of here. Idle. Molten magma. Oh dear. Good. So what is the other planetoid doing? Havana. Still too hot everywhere. Still got power that we cannot use. This was being done from copper, of course, so it doesn't melt. Let's get the plumbing going. So that is going to be the cooling loop. We need insulated liquid pipes from obsidian or sedimentary. Will sedimentary melt? No. Hopefully not. Obsidian might be inside of here. We have enough. No, let's do sedimentary. Let's not be silly here. Good. So we're coming in from below. And we're coming out of there. Need another piece of steel or a liquid bridge. From sedimentary rock. Good, we're coming out of here. And there then we can use the normal pipes. Liquid pipe, granite. Coming out. And coming out cool. Good, what about this ore? I kind of want this in the wall instead. And should this be airflow? What do we have ore-wise? A lot of copper ore. Let's go. This is looking better. Sedimentary rock. Or not. Liquid pipe granite. Doesn't matter, does it now? Good. So this is the main cooling loop. What are we going to cool down? Obviously, we are going to cool down steam turbines. Dig this stuff all. Deconstruct that thing. Plumbing, food, power. Power transformer. This is the right direction. Here and there. Make sure it's connected up. Heavy watch. Good. And here we're gonna do the radiant pipes. We don't have much copper, but we can ship over more. We could do lead actually, since we have that here. Good, we're gonna bridge in there. Punk W44 is digging out the abyss light here right now as we speak, so now we can do it. Lead coolage system. Good. And further in, because there's gonna be a third one. A third. Wait. The big one was right. The big one was right. Just need power distribution. But for the future, we have to redo this. There's a lot of room for dedicated power distribution. Or we could do lead pipes and put it already in. Lead batteries, sorry. Power, lead battery from smart. Smart batteries from lead is what I was trying to say. Yes, they can build this all up. It's looking good. Power transformer cancel. It's looking fantastic. It's all getting built. Why are we building this? Oh, because it's coming in. It's coming in when it's hot. Good. Symmetry then? Here. Good. We're gonna cool down here, and should we cool down there as well? Kind of recirculating the water here, but this is going to heat up. Maybe a different solution would be good. For example, a Wheeze word, but there's no room. We can replace these lamps with mood lamps now. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. Because we did dig out some diamond and not shipped over. We have 1.3 tons of diamond to work with. Good. Let's look at lead here, but that's fine. That is alright. So there is no way we're gonna build our cooling system here. We have to delete the heat first. I wonder if 3 steam turbines will be good enough to do that. And I wonder if we can delete the heat quick enough for the cooling to happen. Now we need some cooling. We're going to have to put in an aquatuner here, cooling itself down, so to speak, which is horrible. It's just going to use up the coolness of the environment there. So intermittent aquatuner in the cold. Can put it in the ethanol. Oh, did they dig this out? Did not mean to dig that out. Let's dig out the rest. So the aquatuner goes here. Gonna take the piping there. It's coming in from here. This is complete cooling down. No, the loop is gonna be closed, right? Do we have enough room for everything? Clearly we don't. Can I cancel this? That is how it's gonna look then. Remember, symmetry is not a thing in the auction, not included. Furniture, reservoirs. Put this in there. Good. Aquatuner and aquatuner sensor. Aquatuner sensor is just another word for the liquid pipe element sensor, because that is always coming in front of an aquatuner, or in front of a valve, or in front of a liquid shutoff, or rather feeding into the aquatuner. There's always going to be that sensor. Liquid pipe thermal sensor from lead here, and then the aquatuner there. And this is our intermittent cooling down. It is needed. I need to run run these steam turbines. Good. So a fatty transformer and power distribution. A what? Deconstruct? A what? Deconstruct? Good, this marble tile has to go. And then we're gonna have power distribution, and the spine is over here. Deconstruct. These conductive wire cancel. Marble tile, cancel build. Cancel build and cancel build. Now this is all unreachable. Let's deconstruct these mesh tiles. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. This is not what I want here. It is. Deconstruct here. Get a marble tile going here. And first. So we're able to get in there. Scalding, we went in there again, but that's fine. Another marble tile on this end. Can mop up that real quick. Marble tile is being built. And then we will have this salt water distribute itself in here. Hopefully not submerging the buildings. Flooding them. Good. Build that up. Build this one up next. Alright. looking all reasonable. Now, what about our projects here? Researching the minor volcano, good. Analyzing it. We have these things. Snow crude oil here because carbon dioxide. We have to do a controlled spill. Let's copy the settings again. Right. Then we can keep working on here because it's overpressure. Kinda at a standstill of the hydrogen collection. Next almost is 0.3 seconds. Yeah. This activity cycle was not harvested properly. We can't reach this now, can't we? Do we need a second valve? It's for extra oil. I think we might be able to get rid of everything here. But let's leave it in. Still, I want to be able to walk here. Go here, go down there, go there. What is the problem? I don't understand how this is unreachable. And this not. Oh, it's a graphical glitch because everything is unreachable. Good. And now crude oil errands. Current errand. Dun, dun, dun. Good, we're gonna spill it out. I think the problem was they spilled out this here first and then carbon dioxide got trapped there. So this needs to be spilled out first, definitely. Boop. And then this can get spilled out. And then this can get spilled out. And this hauling box as well. Oh no, the psychopath song. Oh dear. Deconstruct. Oh man. There's a disclaimer here. If your sanity is not very high, your sanity stat there on your character sheet, then stop listening to the stream. Because this music there is something else. It's gonna wreck your brain. That's what it's gonna do. Mental health is gonna go down, and you're gonna go the wacky way. All right, but we're gonna hold out, and gonna just endure, because we have the auction included here. That will help us keep healthy. So what is this? Suplasmoy is doing the desalinator, and still got enough brine. Good. Good enough brine. Still running. We have the switch here now. Could turn everything off. Oh man. Good, now we're gonna open the doors. And hope that none of this gunk will somehow teleport to places where we cannot reach. We can reach everything here. I remember now, this is the all-access area. Built, design. It's gonna be great. Now, the priority on these things, the deconstruction. Let's fix this real quick. I want this build to be done. It's not done until it's clean. Well, whatever. Granite, sweep up. There's some crude oil here still lying about, but here's a vacuum, and this tile needs to go. It is our security tile. When duplicates puke here, the puke is gonna land there and not wreck these liquid locks. Good, now we're gonna get some scalding again while we're trying to build this all up. But alright. Got the 10 degrees here to cool down our machinery. No power wire connected, fair. But yeah, we have a lot of heat here. This is way too much heat. It might flash this crude oil into petroleum even. Yep, it's just rising in temperature. You have to deal with this and deal with it soon. Good. Power distribution then. Power. Smart battery. We're coming in from below. Can I replace these tiles? Oh dear. How do we do this best? I think mesh tiles. Gonna put the batteries on mesh tile pedestals. Because we have to. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2. Power. Smart battery. Here and there. Gonna have 2000 watts. This cannot be. Alright. Good thing we checked that. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that makes more sense. Power. Smart battery again. Put this here. Power deconstruct. Good. Maybe not that one. Right. Shut-offs. Can we do this before the oil flashes into petroleum? But even then, the vacuum escalator will hold. Good, put those in. This is perfect, actually. Right, extend this conductive wire. Good. So we're coming in here and we're going there and we're doing that there then, like so. Looks good. Now we're gonna need a little wire. Connecting these up and that. And that is as easy as it is. Gonna extend these outwards. This is going to be my power spine. But right now we only need one distribution for the whole base. It's still a small base. But we're probably gonna need a dedicated power distribution for over here. The aqua tuner. Alright, let's build it all in. Automation. Also from lid. Starting off with an OR gate. Coming in from below, so traditionally the left battery will control the automation. Put it in like so, and automation wire. Gonna say this battery is this, and it's gonna go into a NOT gate here, and then connect these up. Right, where's my NOT gate? So, relatively easy peasy. Currently, where is our power coming from? Here. That we're gonna end. That we're gonna end. This is disabled. We can now enter the duplicants. Also, deconstruct this all. Is this unreachable here? I think it might be. Let's deconstruct that. Good. So for now, no, I don't want power. I want to use the power up. That means no more running the wheel. And no more using the coal generator. I want to use the rest of the power up. Good, we're building this. Good. This is looking like it could work. There's a bunch of lead here. Oh, we're sucking out the heat quite nicely. All this magma got solid here. Well, that is fine. Good. Just waiting on this to finish. Cooling down. What about our steel now? We have 400 key is good enough. Hauling point. Let's do 210 for the time being of manufactured material steel. Narrow it up, enable 39. Good. Actually, I want it now. Because I need to do the cooling loop for the steam turbines, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. Let's move over to the planetoid real quick. Right, it's gonna come in from here. It's gonna come out from above. That means all this there. This is a normal pipe, why? Well, good enough, I guess. Coming in. How about like so? Coming into the aquatuna, getting cooled down. This should be, well, whatever. So we're gonna stop the madness, so bring it here for the time being. And then we're gonna connect it up here somehow. Possibly by using a bridge. Good, coming in here, coming out there, cool. Coming out there, cool, this means bridging on here. That means bridging on there. Good, so we're gonna stop the madness over here. And bridge it on. But yeah, again, why is this? Yeah, insulated and not insulated is a bit wonkered out. But the important thing is that we're cooling down here, definitely. Make sure to do a dig action. Right. Do we have the steel now? Utilities? Yes, we do. Let's put it in. Rotate. Good. Cool stuff is going in here first. It should go in there first. What am I doing? Complete cancel and everything. Deconstruct. Copy, put it there. Good. So sedimentary, let's do insulated. We're coming in insulated because we're coming in hot. Is the reasoning here. Good. Insulated liquid pipe, symmetry rock. Coming in hot. From not here actually. But let's build it in anyhow. And then we're gonna cut that there. Because for now we're coming in from above. And this is from out of the steam turbines. Good. What is this pipe responsible for? The oil. Let's put this somewhere else. Like there. Deconstruct. So we have room to work with. Good. Let's go around and in. For the time being. And then the cooling loop is gonna go out. For now, we're just gonna cool down the steam turbines, nothing else. carbon dioxide here, maybe. Maybe. So we're gonna do a regular pipe. When we come out, cool. Hot stuff is gonna collect here, alright. This is all one temperature there. Can even out. This is all good. Are you doing this the other way around normally? Yes, you are. So I was correct first. Oh man. I was correct first. Right. Unreachable builds? Don't like the sound of that. Good. We're coming in. Insulated. Into the liquid pipe thermosensor. Then into the aqua tuner. Then we got overflow. And then we're bridging in. Into this pipe. Where the outage is. And then we're going into the reservoir. Good. Normal pipe now. From granite. Connected up here. Right, this is all unreachable for some reasons. Dig out some of the things. Go over here, this marble tile. Is it unreachable? I don't believe it. I really don't. Is it current errant? Good. And that will make this kitchen reachable. Which we don't need. But it's fine. Plumbing. Liquid pipe thermosensor from the lid is fine. Put it in. Utilities. Thermo aqua tuner. From steel over here we don't need. We don't need it over there. Let's put it in. Good, and then we need a bridge. Liquid bridge from granite. Rotate. Oh, we could have built it in and just click the reverse button. Good, put it there. Build it all up. And that is very important. I need all this water here. Oh, wait a minute, what am I doing? This is madness. This is madness. I just need to fill this loop up with water. So that's why we're gonna do this now, but this needs to be a closed loop. Is what needs to be. So the cool is coming out here. Is cooling? Yes. From here. We're gonna have the symmetry insulation. Run. Symmetry insulation. How is sandstone, by the way, for insulating? Did we check that over here? We have sedimentary, obsidian, igneous, granite, ceramic. So we are missing the sandstone. Let's do the sandstone then. Plumbing. Let's go like that. Put it in. Put it in. Gonna compare. But yeah, here. Sedimentary coming out. Like so. And then gonna go in here somehow into the closed loop. I think from there. Yep. From there. Cut that there. Plumbing. Liquid bridge. Put it in. Good. We can connect this up real quick. Tokens are working. This thing is going to control the automation. Here we're going to suppress the current. Right now we're not getting anything in, but the power distribution is sound. Battery is empty. That means we can connect this up. Good. Nothing has power now. That is bad for the duplicants. But as soon as this water is running again, we're gonna get it. Water is going to fill up the loop. And... when it's done filling up the loop, gonna reroute it to cool down this chamber. It's 400 degrees Celsius. Good. And when it's sufficiently cooled down, we're gonna put in the thermal aqua tuna from steel. I knew this ethanol would come in handy in the future. Good. Duplicants are working hard, but it's only 3 duplicants. And Agent Sootsy is stressed out. Maybe we can put her on her own schedule then. 4 schedules here. Oh, what the heck is this? Sootsy is gonna have 5 of these. Punk W444 is at 23 stress. And what about Shrimmick? They can work continuously. But yeah, Sootsy is having a bad time. Let's give them 6 schedule segments. 6 hours sleepy time. While Shrimmick is only having 3 hours. But they're not stressed out at all. I think they're cooking most of the time. On their copper de tile. It's not a copper de tile. Man. Should have some carpet. And we do. I was shipping over all carpet right now. Good. Let's replace this. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, what the heck is that, man? Oh, man. And what about these hatches? Oh, let's just leave them be. Oh, man. This is crazy. Good. Macro, roast grapefruit nut, grizzleberry, lettuce, pickled meal. This colony is rich. Nobody's working here. Maybe I should stress them out a little bit. Construction. Let's get it going. Good. Well, this down here, I don't think is needed. Good, let's wait out the autosave. Fantastic. Priority 7 again. Here. And now we're gonna find out if this is correct. First, fill up a thing. Is this going to scissor in then? I don't know why I keep saying scissoring in. It is zipping in, is it? Zippering in. Is it going to zippering in? Is it going to be... Okay, let's try and form the sentence. Is the water that is coming out from the steam turbines and going to zipper in into the cooling loop? Is the big question here. It's coming out of the steam turbines. This is all green. Let's connect it up. Let's connect it up. Good. Is it gonna be stuck somewhere? I don't think it matters much. If it's stuck a little bit here. Hypothermia, oh dear. 95% stress on Sootsy. What is she doing? Why is she not sitting on the beach chair? Schedule. Is it her off time soon? Maybe. Let's give her a lot of off time here. Is enough work for her. Good. She needs to relax. She needs to de-stress. Good. Yes, let's see, you've done enough. Oh! Oh, this is all highest priority, that's why she keeps on working. Oh dear. Punkt W for 4-inch mimic. Let's prioritize 9. Everything here. Good. Maybe not that there. So how is this gonna look? We don't need this all. So priority 7. Good. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. 97% stress. Good. Priority 9 on here as well. Good, and there, and there, and there, and there. Good, Sis can go now. Let's find her. 98% stress, follow cam. Downtime, use toilet. Yes. It's gonna de-stress like no tomorrow. Do we have full platter? No. Good. That reminds me of these doors. Let's put them on open. This is something you need to check out in your base. First thing. All the doors need to be open that don't contain a critter. Yeah, and here we're confined. Here we're confined. Means we're gonna die out. H21. Gonna lay a pinch row, but if they're confined, I don't think so. It's because we're touching here with a door. Pneumatic door. Deconstruct. Can we do a pretty door? I think yes. Let's do a golden door from lead. Over here. This is barely visible what I'm doing here, but we're having the follow cam. And we want that -5% stress. Good, but we do have the follow cam, so let's find out what she's doing. She's not sitting in the beach chair. Stress is still going up. I have no idea. Relax beach chair next. Come on. Is it because we're still sopping wet? 50 seconds? Are we gonna have a breakdown? Oh man. Nope. She's having a breakdown. Well, she's gonna go down to 6% and then maybe relax on the beach chair and get her schedule. No, she's not. She's not. She's gonna go sleepy time afterwards, which is fair enough. It's gonna de-stress most. Good. Let's put her into the working thingy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be good enough. To relax on the beach chair, maybe. Go in here. She's gonna have a 12 hours de-stress. Right, meanwhile. Is this happening? Yes. Dedicated power for the aquatuna is kind of what we need. We can put it here. There is room. And it is reachable as well. Perfect. Take out these. Squish it in the back. Sure, we're gonna reach it from there. Marble and helper-tiles. Helper-tiles from sandstone over here. Dig out this. Why? I don't know. Marble tiles. Can go here. Oh, so that we can walk there comfortably, of course. Method to the madness. Power. Smart battery, lead. Squish it in. There is enough room for everything. Good. Power spine. That's coming from here. Let's connect it up. Good. Power shutoffs from copper ore. Right. Conductive wire, dedicated power. From lead. Let's put it in like so. To doom, starvation. Gonna connect this up simply. Automation. Starvation, hold on. Agent says he's starving. No. She can eat a roast ruffled nut. It's just gonna be fine. Good. Automation wire. I wonder if her morale might be the problem. But first things first. Let's build that in. Rotate. Good. What time is it? 1 more hour. Nice. Nice. Then we're gonna take a break. And then we're gonna be back with the state of decay. And this time we're not gonna fool around. This time we're gonna go for the win. Now, lead. Let's put it in. Connect this all up. And the NOT gate. I love this power distribution. I love it. It's just so handy. Good. Built this all. Yeah, we're gonna let this heat up. Looks complex, says Punk W444. Yeah, but like everything, it is just practice. It is just practice. And then you can have a central power spine with a simple wire. You can even do a pretty looking wire, but I would not recommend. Because you want to see at first glance what is happening. And take on the decor malus there. And just take the hit. Because readability is everything in this game. You don't want to load the game up and look at something that, oh, what is this? But yeah, the power distribution is not that complex. It is intermediate, I would say. It is a medium complexity, I think. Because the thing is, we're getting the power into these batteries, and the power shutoffs are just gonna say, take me in or take me not in. So one of these bottom ones is gonna say take me in, and the other one is gonna say take me not in. So that is the simple thing. And the upper ones are doing the same. Let it out or let it not out. And they're just gonna take turns doing it. So all you need is an OR gate and a NOT gate. Because you need the NOT gate is what you need. The OR gate is then only to buffer the tick. It's 1 tick time that you buffer there. That the NOT gate buffers automatically. So at the same time, these power shutoffs are going to turn on and off. And that way you can have dedicated power distribution. And you can put in a wire. You don't need any power transformers. You can put in a wire according to what you need. For example, now I have 1200 power needed here for the thermal aqua tuner. So of course I'm going to do a conductive wire. If I had 2 of these thermal aqua tuners, then I would use a fatty wire, of course. And if I had just a grill, I would use a small wire maybe. But that is never the case. Everything for dedicated power distribution is going to need probably a conductive wire. And in rare cases we're going to need the fatty wire. But this is looking good. This is looking good, and I agree, it is a little bit complex, but it's not too complex. So the power is coming in from below. And do we need this wire here, really? I don't think so. Extend the power spine over here? No. So we have dedicated power for the right side, and we have dedicated power for the left side. Good. Is what we have right now. And the left side is here, a little bit right side as well. But that's fine. It's a small base. And the door is gone, but this door needs to be done because I want my toilet. Oh, this is already working? Hold on, we don't need this. We don't need this at all. Nice. Eyed wide, hungry, happy. Perfect. So he's gonna lay an egg, and the duplicate's gonna come and put that egg inside. Now I'm wondering if it would have been smarter to put this door up there, because if they come here, this poke shell might lash out. But yeah, we're gonna see. I have a little bit of a plastic ladder. Go down here. For beauty purposes, and to run real quick away from this mad poke shell when they're gonna be mad. Good. We don't have dedicated power right now. Duplicants might not have a good time. Not sure we're gonna use his toilets. Lavatory ready. So, construction. Priorities. Construction 0 on all the pipes. All the pipes. Pipes are now main priorities. This is power for that thing. Good. Overflow is going. Here's another pipe. Unreachable build. I can barely believe this. Unreachable build. But it is the case somehow. Good. Quickest thing, of course, is a helper ladder. Let's build that in. Good. Oh no, we're gonna get trapped here. Take this out real quick. Good, yellow alerts we have. Right, this pipe is needed. Right now we could put it all in. If we're building this ladder. Good. Gonna run some water. Immediately the heat should rise here. Suffocating shore. Shore, you're suffocating. That's fine. That's alright. You can suffocate. You can suffocate a little bit. Should we not make this easily reachable? No, it's gonna be alright. Good. Priority 7 on this vanity stuff. Go breathe. We have power for the base now. More than enough. Right, the water is flowing. Ooh, and it's recirculating. That's not what I want, actually. It's definitely not what I want. Good, let's collect it in the pipes for a second there. Until we're done here. Good, all the pipes are getting built now. Sutsi, what is your schedule? I wish I could have one duplicate be exempt from the yellow alert. Okay, but I cannot. It's priority 9 then on the construction. Sutsi needs her timeout. Could be overflowing here a little bit, but that's fair. Some heat distribution is alright. And we like the water here on top, because this is where the cooling loop runs down there into the salt water. And salt water can exchange heat with water, and the water can exchange heat with a smart battery. It's just fine. But we have a spillage here, which I don't care for. And there as well. So if there was water on top here, could be good. Right, let's save the ore. Good. There's a messy spillage here is what it is. But can be helped. Well, it could have been helped before. But I wasn't recognitionally inclined. Which is which just means that I did not take time to figure out what's going to happen. It's going to be the consequences of my actions. And that is half the game here. Figuring out the consequences of your actions. Which is, of course, pretty cool. It's like you always have a riddle to solve, which is always satisfying to solve. Some you can, some you can't. But it's all good. And we can easily put in more water from here into there to make this a nice basin containing a double layer of liquid. Right. So this is just taking a whole bunch of time up now. But over here, can we let the duplicants back in? I think we could. Everybody's healed up. Power problems. Why is there no petroleum flowing? Because power problems. Good. We need a wheel. An intermittent wheel? And we're running it. Fantastic. It's not enough for anything. Yeah, we neglected to do this. So let's really quickly clear out this area and then redo it. Reinitialize that thing. We should connect the gym to here maybe or something. I wonder. Priority 9 now. Let's do that. Should we not do a transformer somewhere? No. Should not. This is going to overload things. If I directly connect this up. 2000. Maybe. Let's try. Good, this is all a priority 9 project, and here, priority 7, good. I'm gonna run these wheels. Oh yeah, the problem here is they're connected up to there. Is alright. Just gonna do an intermittent switch here. And then these wheels are not going to be connected up to these batteries anymore. And then we're not gonna have the call for the errand. Because these wheels are going to check the next battery in the circuit. And if the battery is low, there's going to come an errand here saying, run me. And if there's no battery, then they're just going to come and run because it doesn't have power, whatever is here. And that's how the gym is supposed to work. Good, right now we don't have an errand. No, but we do have an errand. Generate power operating, it's all good. The gym open for business? It is. Good, build these up. Berry sludge, spindly grub fruit, meat. Yeah. Insufficient oxygen generation. No, everything goes to crap. Because we were renovating here. Good. Did we grab the things? Yes, we did, except we don't have bliss burst. Drop offage. Let's have this real quick. Seed. Bliss burst. Balmily, sure. Good. They're gonna grab it. Somebody's coming already. Good, yes. Storing is important in this colony. Now, we're gonna have to make sure that the right gases are in place. And then we can close the doors. Did it close? Good, it's all oxygen. Now the doors are closed. And we can have the override here Give it some power. And then hydrogen is flowing again. Let's do this override again, since we have an empty pipe. This gas pump is now going to pump as long as it has power. And all the hydrogen is going to flow into the hydrogen generators. Right, 13 key only. Yes, there is the brownout. But yeah, it's alright. We have a full pipe of water. This is going to run nicely. Yes, once we don't have the brownout anymore. 2 hydrogen generators already. Pumping away. Good. And the power is immediately used somewhere. That is fair. Somebody running these wheels. Unreachable, Operative Oki. Operative Oki is not allowed. Let's allow them to do some extra power. Good, Operative Oki. How about you leave here? Doctor is not allowed. Operative Oki needs to leave right now. Everybody else can work here and get wrecked a little bit. That is fair. It's completely unfair, but the thing is, we don't have much reed fiber. I don't want to do suits and then find out, oh dear, out of reed fiber again. I'd rather have a good hospital with a good doctor. Good. Did we plant them? Still not. Still not. Is there a problem in the vicinity? Yes, there is a problem in the vicinity. There's a dash of salt wine here for some reason. Uproot. Uproot it now. And then grab it. Dash of salt vine. Can also go here. In the sweep uppage. But the grill is functional again. Good. Somebody's on their way. Pioneer Late Night Tacos is doing the job. Good. Dash of salt vine is gonna go. I'm gonna mop it up immediately. And when I say mop it up, I mean tidy. I can't find it. Let's press the T button. Good. They're gonna do it. Invalid building location is fine. Come on. Rancher 33 is doing it before the pip has the chance to grab a salt vine again and plant it somewhere. Now we can continue on there. Good, and let's not forget that. We want to push out all the gunk. So that we have a cleaner environment here. We could do this all on the bottom. I don't know if this is a good idea even. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Should we close this off already? It's kind of warm. Need the water to go out. Oh, this water here. It looks like it got less. Which means what exactly? It means that the polluted water got less. I don't know what it means. So the idea is to convert this into steam. Intermittently. Every time the volcano does something. But yeah. Since I don't think it got less because of anything that happened here. I think it got less because it dug down there. Scalding! Constructor for Ica. Yes, yes, yes. This is dangerous work. But we're gonna be alright. Somebody scalded too much. Let's find out. Late night. Let's assign you to the hospital. Ica probably next. Can do a lot of things now. This is dormant for 36 seconds. In 36 seconds, I want a contactless pump here. In 36 cycles, I want a glass counterflow. Don't know if I'm gonna get it. But right, shipping, conveyor chute can be from aluminum ore. Right, and the glass is gonna land here. Good. Carbon dioxide. Oxygen 2 degrees. We have heat exchange here. For some reason, this vacuum here is not holding. So if I delete this carbon dioxide by building a tile and then deconstructing a tile, this vacuum somehow doesn't hold. I suspect they're breathing here, and then it gets displayed. The carbon dioxide they're breathing out is getting displaced because there's no room for it to go. It's getting displaced into the top right. That's why this is not working. So we could do, in theory, a different entrance system. Like from above. I think from here, and this will already solve the problem. Don't have to do anything. Except put a piece of oil here. So yeah, we have to do something, but alright. Oh, the petroleum is empty. That means we're living off the hydrogen again. 13 keys is getting more and more. But the high pressure here is no problem. 2 pumps. We should collect some of the oxygen with additional 2 pumps. Is what we should do. But we cannot. We have too many other things to do. Like mop up the water here. And dig down completely all the way. Yeah, close is off or close is not off. Will it make a difference? Don't know. But the pips did plant a sleet wheat. Good. What is our food situation? Berry sludge? Large? Spindly grapefruit, bristleberry. Consumables? Let's disallow the space food. Good. Make sure it's disallowed. Now, things were burning here. Let's see if we can run the water already. Nope. Priority 0. I don't know why they're not doing it. Is it priority 9 is what it is. Priority 0. Good. And then the water can run. Dum, dum. Good. Marble tile here. Very nice. And we need a third one. Can we do a third one? As a current project, maybe? Because we do have a large power transformer now, and the power directly goes into the spine, so no problem. This is configured and that is not. So this is all the next. Good. Power spine as well. Fantastic. Who's idle? Blazenvoy is idle. Why don't you go and research here, Blazenvoy? That is too weird. Unreachable. Oops. Hey, how is this unreachable? Are they trapped somewhere? They are. Deconstruct that? That makes sense. Good. Put in a piece of oil there, and we do have our defaults. Good. Enable our job for sure. And then we're going to do a little bit of oil there. It's going to be then the entrance with the vacuum lock. Good, this is all built. Fantastic. High stress again, 52? No, 52 is fine. Blazenvoy is just stressed out because they were trapped there for a second. Good, igneous rock, sweep it up, please. And a Humpertar. Delete that piece of oxygen. There's something we have, it's oxygen. Good. Here everything is in order. Here everything is in order. Good. Shipping. Conveyor chute. Aluminum ore. Put it there. And this is for dirt. do not have that in place yet. And here we do have some kind of heat production. Currently is not looking too bad. Got heat exchange here. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. Igneous rock, sweep it up. I want to see the plant. I would see it now, right? I would see it. Maybe. Yes. But they did not plant yet. Is alright. Good. We're cooking up the space food. Now, did we build power distribution for the aqua tuna? Not yet. But we did build the pipe. The pipe is running. 94, 95. Let's pour it out for a second. Actually, that wasn't a good idea. Let's cut it. Put that there first, and we do have overheating already. Yep. Because I did not build this. Party now. Pretty please build this. I'm gonna stop the madness. Batteries are full. Disable our repair. We're gonna repair it when it's completely broken. Not to waste the lead. Good. Stress wise, we're good. 6%. Pick up the lead. And do the stuff. All this needs to be done. I want this 95-degree water to cool down. We do have an ice loop. Contains 8 key though. I suspect we're evening out here somehow. But it's fine. Actually, we need a little bit more. But as long as we have the overheat, I don't want more. But I need more. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Also, what the heck is going on here? Is this how it's supposed to look? Definitely not. Now we just wonkered out. But it is fine. It's fine. We're producing more power. More power than we need. Good. This battery is responsible for the automation. Just controlling the in and out flow of the power. And the other one there is doing nothing. Let's suppress the current as soon as it is built. Good. Now, why is everything on? Active? Enabled? What's the problem? This should not be. Did we not build this? Oh, we did not build this. Oh dear. Build this up now. Power supply needs to be connected. Good to know we have a red though. Enable our repair right now. 66 though, overheat. 55, we should deconstruct and reconstruct. Good, why is there a red? There should not be, and this is all still active. This is red. And it's glitched out. But alright. Now it's doing its thing. Good. Power transformer real quick. A large power transformer. From lead. We should do copper here. Intermittently. And then this is going to have power. Look at me go. Build that wire. Says Punk W444. Construction supplies self. But then afterwards you're gonna store that rotten roast grapefruit nut. Is needed. Is needed. And this poke shell is wild and happy. Good. But there we go. Now you're doing something important. Power distribution. Bam. Batteries are immediately filling up. This is going. This battery is filling up, and then when it's sufficiently filled up, the other one is going to fill up. And this is going to say, hey, I got the power now. I got the power. And whoop! This time Aquatuna has power. Why does it not have power? Weird. Very weird. How does it not have power? Eh? Oh, because we need to connect this up there. Man, oh man, what a rookie mistake. Good. Conductive wire right now, please. Good, research complete, fantastic. Oh, we're not configured. So, if we are below, if we're above 70 degrees, let's do a slick 50 degrees here. For the time being. And here we go. Oh, we have no automation wire, and right now it's just cooling. That is fair. Automation. Put in a wire from lid. And connect this up then. Good, but right now we just want to cool all the time. We're coming out at 76 degrees. It's still too hot. And we need to stop the madness. We have now some water in. Going in here. Right? This is just recirculating. No. Is wrong. We're going in here. And we're coming out there. Right. That means we can cut that. Build a liquid bridge. Rotate. Put it in. Priority 0. Right. So what is happening now is we have a closed loop in the cooling down of this, and we have a closed loop in the cooling loop. So the cooling down and the cooling loop, the difference is the cooling down is just having the steam turbines put all their output into the steam chamber, and the cooling loop is having some liquid inside of a closed loop that is running through an aquatuner. And that is the difference. Good. Here is the cooling down. We're grabbing the water there, and we're pouring it out here. And the stupid thing is that we have the same liquid in here. We have water, so it's confusing. I would like to have a supercoolant or something, but it's too far away in the research chain and in the development chain of the colony. We don't even have steel production much. Scalding. Construct a 4 acre. Oh, you're constructing things there. Good. But when you're done with that, I think you should go to the hospital there. Construct a 4 acre. Construct a 4 acre. You may leave, but you may not enter. How about that? Good. But what is the steel production doing? We don't have power because we don't have petroleum. Does this make sense? Don't we have a distribution here? Nope, we don't. This is only working. I'd only have steel if I have petroleum. That is very fair. That is extremely fair. Let's put them in the hospital bed. Whoop. Nice. So they're healing at a lit workspace here. Plus 15% speed on the healing. No, I don't think that is happening. But when the doctor comes, they definitely gonna have a lit workspace as well. And they're gonna run, 15% more speed on the doctoring here. Beautiful. And now this stupid is gonna heal at a 75% rate instead of a 50% rate. Let's look at the health. 75% per cycle. So yeah, is really fast. Can we have this bar move? Yes, it moved a little bit. That's how far it goes. How fast it goes. Do we have more? Why we're not seeing on triage? 0. Huh. They're not healing when they're running about. That's fair, I suppose. Good. Anything we need to do? Let's check this again. Here is a plant as well. Let's rip it out. Might be in the way. It's not in the way here, but it might be in the way there. I don't think so. We don't need to rip it out, but let's rip it out anyhow. Now the pips are just too lazy, but they're gonna come over here and plant a plant. We're gonna go all the way down here as well. This thing is erupting. Rising pressure. Good. Suplasma is coming. They're gonna get the hypothermia because they have the cool vest instead of the warm sweater. Are we getting the reed fiber all out? I wonder. Let's find out. 2 units. Over here. Let's find out. Reed fiber is a manufactured material, or is it an industrial ingredient? It is an industrial ingredient. GHIA reed fiber 0. Yes, let's not have this anymore. Ship out. They have enough reed fiber over there. Warm sweater, Blasenvoy. Actually, warm sweaters should be for the ranchers, but they have other things. But Blasenvoy, let's assign it. You're the only duplicate now with a warm sweater, Blasenvoy. If you're watching. Good, there we go. To get rid of the hypothermia. And we're gonna get hypothermia here all the time while we research this. Should have done this before. We're almost done with the research. Man. Well, better late than never. Good. Now, what is the cooling loop doing? It's looping permanently, but stop the madness. Automation wire. Connect this up. Prioritize. Priority 9. And what is the temperature inside? 50 degrees. Good. This is coming out at 95, cooling down. Fantastic. Yeah, it's getting cooler a little bit. And there's enough power for the base. Definitely, we can run an aquatuner, we can run the whole base. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And we're building up another system here. As soon as the steam cools down to reasonable temperatures, we can build a steel aquatuner to replace this aquatuner here. Because I don't know how long it takes to take out all the cool energy from here and put it into there. It might be too fast. But we're gonna find out. For now, everything is working. This is all built up. Which means we should run this pump. Good, liquid pipe connect as well. So what we're doing now is we're petroleum boiling. And that means we're taking this oil, which is at 60 degrees, and we're running it through the whole base here, through the whole colony. And it's going to enter this supply teleporter input. Good. It's going to be supply is what it's going to be. And in the end, is going to go here. Now, unfortunately, what we don't have here is security for if it's not oil. But if it is oil, It's going to split up into 1 key packages and then running through this counterflow, which is not finished build up. But it is finished up for the liquids, just not for the glass. So yeah, we have to finish this up. This is like it's supposed to look. Cooling down these things into 10 degrees. Let's have duplicants work here again. Operative O key. Let's go. This can stop. Is there errands? Yeah, operative O key is going to do it. But they have other things to do. Fat Cat is sleeping on the ground because they're exhausted. In the toilet. Huh. Interesting. But they had 0% stress, so they don't care. Good, they go have the egg. Is this even necessary? All this pip production? Maybe. Maybe yes, maybe no. It's alright. It's using up a lot of power, to be honest. $240 for no reason. Ugh, I kind of want to skip this. Good. As a current project, we're gonna bypass. Bypass the incubator. Right. Come time, they're gonna do it. Good. Is the hydrogen getting collected? 13.5 key. It used to be at 14. Good. We have oil coming out. And we have oil coming in. It's just oil. We have a security system here. On the other side is making sure that the salt water gets dropped down here on top of cooling down this area. All the salt water here. So I think we should be fine. This is looking for crude oil. And if it's not crude oil, this vent is gonna open. Simple filter. Automated filter. And a security system there. It's very early. And I would love to have another security system here, but it's not. Oh, this is too much oil now. Fantastic. Good, we should also stop the madness. Let's cut this here for the moment. Cut it out. And watch it go. With the heat energy that is built up here. 15 degrees. Will we lose 15 degrees in the pipes after the heat uppage into flashage? Who knows? Good. 80 degrees only. What the heck? 70 degrees? What the heck? And here, 200 degrees? Oh man. That's not gonna be great. Good, we're barely using any heat, which is good. So it might work, it might not work. It doesn't work for a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna be oil. But it should work. This oil here should flash as well. Just one pipe? Why don't you split? Just one pipe I don't like. Good, we're getting this out. And it's too early. Let's not get it out. 300 degrees now only. 400 degrees now only. 410 degrees. We lost a good 5 key. Yeah, we need to build in the glass counterflow as well. Good, let's let people work there. Eka. Let's go back inside. Right, 58% stress on Blasmoy. But they should have their warm sweater now. Follow the cam. Yes, they have the warm sweater on. They're not gonna get stressed out as easily anymore. Good, where you going, Blasmoy? You're gonna finish up your research. not getting hypothermia. How about that? Here we go. No hypothermia is cold, but they do have the warm sweater. And that is all that is needed for them not to get that horrible debuff. Stress is going up now, granted. Because we have the cold air and a sopping wet. But we don't have the hypothermia. That is good. Idle. Who's idle? Agent Sutsy's idle. So we're done here with everything. Power is good. Power distribution is good. Cooling down is working. What is the temperature of the cooling loop? 44 degrees. Scalding, sure, we're working on something else as well. Let's cool this all down to a cool 35 degrees. Which is not cool, but cool enough. This is all drop off at here now. It's fine. Because it's too stuck. Right, let's stop the madness here at the root. At the root of the problem. And let's see what the petroleum boiler is doing. It is boiling petroleum. Or not. Coming out at 400 degrees. It's 407 degrees here. 300 degrees, yep. It's not really working that well. But is alright. We're priming everything currently. Is good enough. I want to run the glass next. Got this all glass. Oof. If you put it there, they might drop it here somewhere. Anyway, let's sweep it up. 440 degrees. Actually, this glass can just stay in. For the time being. Let's use the hot glass. 650. Good. It's gonna go in here. The thing is not built up. Copy. Let's do this right now. Pretty. Now. Good. Glass is in. Hopefully it's not stuck here. It's not cooling down, so it's not really stuck. It's just in storage. Good. Yes, we have the scalding. Can we not do this from the other side, man? Get out of there. Good. Operative Oki needs to heal up again. Yeah, they shouldn't have gone inside of there. Everything here can build up from the other side. Good. Contactless pump is also next. Contactless pump is going here. Drop of naphtha there. But for the... it's not next, really. What is next is a plastic production from oil. And we're going to let it overheat. And then we're going to have, of course, naphtha. And that's needed for this contactless pump. Good. Hot glass is coming in here. Where it's supposed to go. 436 degrees only. Let's look what that does to the oil. Are we losing the 4 degrees? Yep, we're losing the 4 degrees. This oil is collecting up. Don't like that much. Oh, this is still a lot of oil coming. Here we need to run the glass in the counterflow. Counterflow is almost ready. Priority 0 on the construction of the counterflow. Good. Should come out at 50 degrees. But can we not build up a security system? Shipping. Conveyor rail thermosensor. Good. Put it in here. From iron. No, let's do copper. Good. And the conveyor rail shut off. From copper. Rotate. Right. Cut on here. It needs dedicated power. Should not be a problem. There is dedicated power in the facility. Oh man. Well, let's just connect it up. What is this all? This is for the pump only. Good, like so. Let's make sure it is for the pump only. We have a sticking out wire. Deconstruct. Good. And then the element sensor needs to be connected up to the conveyor shut off with automation. Easy peasy. And we're gonna let the glass out only when its temperature is, I don't know, I'm gonna figure it out. Let's say below 60. We have standards. We could do below 70 to make it non-scalding. But below 60. That's what we want. Operative O key is so wrecked. Because they went in there before. There's more glass. Sweep up. Should we do this as well? I mean, in the end, it needs to go there. So yes, we're gonna sweep it up, but not now. Now, nobody's allowed inside of here. I want to finish this up. Priority 0. Good. Do we have power? We do. This auto sweeper is going to grab the glass, put it into the loader, and then the glass is going to run through here, giving up a little bit of heat. But here is going to be the brunt of it. This now says green. I kind of want a manual system here. Automation and gauge. This is not more reasonable. Oh, I don't really have a good rotation here on that. Let's put it in here. Good. Automation. This connects up to there. Then we have an override switch. And then we're going to do it like that. So for now, we're not operational. Where's my override switch? Here. For now, we're not operational, but we're going to be. I have a lot of top priority here now because I just want it done. Cannot wait. This is important stuff. As soon as I tell this to grab glass, that glass is gonna go, and it's a ton of it. And I'm gonna have the hot glass be inside of here with this override switch. Is what's gonna happen. Good. This is all great. We're saying green. Right. Don't have power yet. Why? Oh, this does not look like it's supposed to look like that. No, it does not. Good. Or bad, rather. Let's connect this up like so. And then we're going to cut this, but for now we're going to just leave it in. There's no oil here, so we're good. Yes, this is a lot of oil. This is 400 key of oil. We want to flash employing this glass, which might or might not work. Good. We have idle duplicates now. Oh, there's no project over here. Dig out some stuff. Build ladders. Good. And dig this all out. Here. Dig. Good. I want that iron ore. And I want all the things buried. And I want the salt. And the sulfur. Oh, we could continue on here. That makes actually sense. Take this all out. Gonna do ladders. If we can. Good. Yeah, this is the height. And that is the height as well. Make sure not to dig out too much there. Oh, this actually needs diggage. Let's go. Good, looking great. Steam is going down in temperature as well. Good. Duplicants did a great job. Starvation. No. False alert. No starvation. Right. Can we go now? I think we can. Manufactured material glass. Let's go. Auto sweeper is doing it. We're running. I think if I flip the switch, nothing's gonna happen, right? Yep, nothing is going to happen. Good. Do we have a temperature exchange? No. 486 degrees, come on. Glass is cooling down here. There is something happening. Glass is cooling down there. And it's stuck now. Perfect. This is exactly right. This is exactly right. Good. Critter starvation, cuddle pip. Go eat, man. Here's a tree. But yeah, and it's growing branches, so as long as it's growing branches, we can nibble, right? I don't know. But there's a lot of cuddle pips here now. It's fair, I suppose. Everybody needs their hug. 83% stress on Blasvoy. Crazy things. Let's follow them. Oh, we don't have our dedicated... But we're sopping wet, so the carpet will not do anything. For 90 seconds. It's gonna be alright. Good. Is the volcano researched? It is. Next activity, 50 cycles. Wait, is it dormant? It is. It is alright. Some gas offage there. And the pips did build. Fantastic. Really cool stuff. Or they planted rather, not built. But here we're gonna dig down all the way. All the way until there. I wonder now what we're gonna do on top. Steam turbines here or steam turbines there? I think down there. Here is strictly that there. Good. Oh, do we have the iron ore? Why are we not using copper ore? Isn't that the reasonable thing to do? I want to send half the copper we have out. I wonder if that is possible. We would have to have a manual conveyor loader. And then half of the copper storage be in a bin. Good question. It's build up the mood lamps here first. Just so we haven't. The diamond we shipped out? Man, we still shipped out the diamond. But I said no. Crazy. Did we use it up here? Where's my diamond? Is it in a hole? No. Where did the diamond go? Is it unreachable? Yes, it is unreachable. Good. Let's make it reachable. Plastic ladders here for quick in and out. Maybe. It's risky. It's still the normal ladder. Right. Let's see what my oil does. Also, hold on. Dig. I think I might want to dig out more here even. Yes. Good for now. Maybe. Let's do some wild diggage. Good. This is not a wild diggage, this is dumb diggage is what it is. Here. Still dumb. Here then. Good. Now these duplicants have a lot to do. I wonder if they're able to do it. So much critters. But we do have active cooling now. Until the steam cools down too much. Which I'm not going to be mad about. It's a lot of freezing. But yeah, it's fair. Here we're going to dig this out. Also very loud again. Let's turn down the volume. For myself, and it might echo, who knows. But it's alright. We have this here going on. We wanted to do another colony there for the shine box inside a single tile. But yeah. So next thing then will be plastic production using oil, letting it overheat, resulting in naphtha. What a plan, what a genius plan. But let's look at the petroleum boiler first, because that is kind of important. Now, crude oil is at 370 degrees, as well as the glass inside. Do we have more glass stuck? We do. We could run it. Could run it out, but it's 240 degrees. It's not allowed to run out. We need a counterflow again. What if we were to intermittently mop this up? Yes. But the temperature here is too low. Is the problem. So we're kind of stuck. To repair this first. Oh man. That is sad. I wonder if we could do a machine here. No, we need thermium. This petroleum is also low temperature. What if we had an oil collection first? I want to run this. The quickest way to produce naphtha is taking this hot oil here and pumping it out. Good. I would do a little pump, but it would melt. I would do any pump, but it would overheat. Could let it overheat. Is there a way to pump it out? Currently, not really. Too many pipes. Mop it up real quick. Put it down there. This crude oil is hot. This steel liquid pump is already too hot. That will not jive. So, I need this hot oil, and I need it pumped into a plastic production to produce naphtha. Good. Where is the other place for it? Up here. Can we run through there? If you use an insulated pipe, we can. Good. Intermittent insulated pipe. Insulated pipe. So, here we're going. Build it up like so. Go upwards. Wait. This is somewhat reachable. I want to go up. And into the coolness. Do I really want that? I want a sealed chamber, really. How about that? Good, let's do a quick sealed chamber here somewhere. Can we go up there further? Ceramic, sandstone, let's build a ladder. From ceramic. Let's build a ladder from sandstone. Good. And up here, maybe there. And we're gonna have our insulated room. Granite is good enough. We're going to put in just one building. Oh man, oh man. And we need a basin. So let's do it like that. Do we want this 4 tiles up high? Good question. Plastic ladder. Up here. Good. Dig out all that. Dig out all this. Deconstruct these ladders in the way. There's our current project. And then we're gonna put in the liquid. And then it can safely overheat. And produce some naphtha. Polymer press. Refinement? Polymer press. Oh, no. Oh, I don't want to wreck the iron ore. Good. Let's just put in all the copper ore that we have. From here into there. Because copper ore should be going... should be coming from space continuously. So how was this not being built? I thought the meteor showers destroy this, but aren't these meteor showers harmless? And do we get the information here when we click on them? No meteor shower, but here? Copper meteor shower, let's click it. No. There's no information. Maybe in the database? A meteor? Meteor blaster. Nope, there's no information. But they should be harmless, right? Good, how much copper do we have? Copper. Copper ore, 7 tons only. 7 tons only. You know, if we ship it over, then the critters will eat it as well. I know we're producing iron. That is fair. Good. So we will have copper ore. We built a copper Refinement polymer press. Why does it say 400 and we can use it? Oh, because it uses 400, good. But it's gonna go here. It's going to produce plastic. Here is gonna be great. Is this all reachable? Possibly not. Let's have a helper ladder. Here is fine. Okay, should we take this all out? There's some ore to have. Let's have it. Here we could extend this even as a sort of roof. But if you build something here, sure. Do a marble tower. Good. Dig out this stuff. Right. And it's all a current project, right? Right. And duplicates are working on it. Is somebody wounded? Rancher 3-3 is a little bit wounded. But not too much. Assign them nonetheless. Good. We have berry sludge now. We have space food. Should be time to build our first rocket very soon. Right. Close that off. Good. Press the hydrogen in even further so that this glossy Draco can regenerate their scales. Good. Meanwhile, these guys are eating and happy and groomed and tame and everything. Right. And then this all is getting done. Polymer press goes in. Need to build a pump here. Run the oil. Wait. Polymer press is going with petroleum, isn't it? Whoops. So we need hot petroleum, not hot oil. Close enough, we could try again, no. This petroleum is just a few grams. This petroleum we burned. That used to be hot down here. Fine. Fine. So the obvious solution is burn off the stuff. Oh, and then we're gonna have natural gas or whatever. And it needs to be... Does it need to be vented? I don't think so. Oil refinery. Does it need venting? Duplicate operation, it doesn't need venting actually. Just want this to be hot. Could run it through the metal refinery. Metal refinery could get some dedicated power distribution. Yeah, let's do that. Petroleum generator we're gonna deconstruct. Good. What about down here? This is helping out with that. No, we're gonna have power burstage if we abuse this. I don't know. We're going to have a oil refinery in front of it. Let's put it up there. Yes. If all else fails, we can always do an abyssal break. We have too much heat. Good, but that will produce natural gas, which I don't like. Did we not produce some over here? Gases? Yes. Natural gas. 360G. Right. We're gonna build it here. Make it part of the cold biome. Put in a liquid lock. Might put it in there. Sure. Here should be good. Have this be closed off. Not gonna go here for a second. We'll have more ladders up, and then we can dig out everything here. Good. And then we're gonna collect the natural gas. It's gonna be good enough. Now the oil needs to go here and then up and through. Close this area off completely. I'm not going to come here for the time being. If we're gonna come here, we're gonna come here from there. There's a marble walkway here, which is unreachable. See that? Good. This is looking fantastic. Oh no, is it 1800 hours, you guys? Oh, I'm over time? Oh dear. Oh, that is unfortunate. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to see you guys later for the State of Decay. Serious attempt on the lethal mode. And until then, thank you guys so much for chiming in and watching. And I'm going to see you next time. Have a good day and a good night.